Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to my channel, Engelgeist. I'm just turning down the music a little bit. I think it might be a little loud. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so much for your love. I greatly appreciate it. You know the drill. For those of you that want to support me on Patreon, you can go over to patreon.com and get a subscription. You'll get to see the daily forecast a day early. There's also other readings over there and things going on over there that are not available anywhere else. So that is available to you at any point in time. It's a great way to support the channel. If you want to support the channel in other ways, non-financially, just through your support of watching the videos, sharing them out, telling people about me, if I inspire you, or if, my readings make a difference in your life, sharing that with others really helps. So that's a great way to support. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel or to the Facebook business page and just hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live. I haven't been doing a lot of lives lately. I'm sort of, I don't know, I'm in hiding a little bit. I'm not exactly sure as to why. I feel like I'm conserving my energy in some way, to be honest. There's that going on. I will be doing probably a private live event for my Patreon subscribers because I need to do charmings for them. But that's neither here nor there. But if my Patreon subscribers are watching this, I need to know when we can do our May charmings as a group because you guys have paid for them. So I would like to get those done. Maybe privately, not on a public scale this month. I'm not sure why I'm being so introverted, but I am. And it's not a bad thing, per se. I actually feel really good. It's just sort of like I feel like I'm definitely conserving my energy. What was I going to say? Oh, wow, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, yeah, you can also follow me at Engelgeist333 on Instagram if you'd like. And that will... that's another way of supporting me. And also, if you see any of the decks that you like in my unboxing videos or any of the decks that I use, if you utilize the Amazon affiliate links that I have in the video descriptions, you will, in essence, if you order yourself a deck, you end up, I get a cut of the sale, right? Like I'll get like anywhere from $1 or so for the sale through Amazon. So it's kind of like throwing me a tip in a way. It's great. So it's another way that sort of supports me, and you get a deck, okay? So those are the ways that you can support the channel at this time, or you can book a private reading with me if you'd like through my business page at Facebook. Those are payable via PayPal. It's very easy to set up. If you have any questions, you can message me there. And that's kind of it. Let's see what's going on with the energy for today. This is a timeless message, so it's set for Thursday the 14th, but it also is a timeless message in the sense that if you're seeing it on a date that's not Thursday, May 14th, that's okay. It could be something that you're in vibrational alignment to and need to hear. So, sometimes we get the message when we need it, not necessarily when it was made for. So, alright, let's see what's going on for the greater collective. Did that beautiful Two of Cups card yesterday. Really lovely energy. And we're in the midweek, so that Seven of Swords is sort of swirling around in our heads. Maybe some of us are making split-second decisions based on our mind and our emotions, or trying to sort through our mind and how those things feel to us. Do they support us? Do they not? Are we paying closer attention to those feelings? That Ouroboros card definitely does play this week. That's like the Wheel of Fortune, which calls out, like, are we, paying attention to what we're creating, essentially. All right, let's see what the card is. Oh, nice. So this is the Four of Swords. A lot of cave imagery, too, to this card. Now, for me, fours are always about stability, right? It's about sort of getting grounded. And I love that. What is going on here? He's like harnessing electricity that's opening a door through the river. Okay. I'm just going to go with this, guys. Bear with me here. Now, I'm going to go back a little bit to this week. We had that Dreamer of Wands river. and I'm just going to point this out to you. I don't know if you guys have been watching throughout the week. The weekly from Sundays that I'm referring to will be on the upper right hand, or sorry, upper left hand corner of the screen when this video ends. This is that river that we saw in the Dreamer of Wands. Yesterday, we saw it sort of swirling up in the Two of Cups, right? That wave that was hitting that horse. To me, it feels like our emotions have calmed, ideally, for this Thursday. That we've maybe realized. We also saw that Master of Secrets, the magician, coming out of the cave, right? The cave still exists. We're now sort of outside of our cave, up above it in a way, right? This is where this gentleman is at. There's a stability and awareness of who we are and what we want is what I'm feeling from this card. I feel like we're connecting now more from the earth to the cosmos, and we're creating stability and we're bringing that down. This electricity is sort of us opening new doorways, new pathways. That's this little doorway here. To me, this feels like we're sending out a signal mentally. Our thoughts are sending out a signal. They are sending out this signal that is sort of being heard by either the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, our spirit guides, our past loved ones, whoever it is that you sort of channel or work with, or some of you may not even be conscious that you're channeling and working with them, but that energy is creating those thoughts combined with the other energies out there, are sort of setting into motion desires or ideas, energies, ways of like things sort of coming together. And it has an electricity to it, it has a power to it, right? Each of these swords to me appear like almost lightning rods in a way. Like they also add to the conductivity. And then I love how this lightning bolt hits the water, and that's highly conducive. Our emotions are also highly conducive to the creation of whatever our thoughts are thinking, right? And our thoughts and our emotions can sort of play off of one another. And that's why we were seeing sort of that like Two of Cups yesterday. Now we're seeing the Four of Swords today. We were seeing that sort of that's underlying Seven of Swords from the midweek on Sunday. To me, this is the stabilizing of some of that energy. There was that big swirl happening in that Seven of Swords, and then there was that wave hitting in the Two of Cups. To me, that is sort of our emotions challenging us. That is our thoughts sort of challenging us. And this Four, to me, feels like us getting more direct, more stabilized, more aware of who we are, more aware of how we're thinking, paying closer attention to that, and stabilizing that, or empowering ourselves to sort of channel that energy. Now, this lightning bolt to me is not fully self-contained, so nothing's ever going to be like sort of perfect. We're not going to ever not have like sort of a negative thought or a stray thought or a worry or an anxiety-filled moment, right? But I feel like with this Four, it feels to me like we're becoming more centered in who we are and what we think and how we think. And if we're doing the work and we're paying closer attention, we're going to start to choose the next better thinking thought or the next better feeling idea and go that route. We owe that to ourselves. And if we don't want to do that, then we just sort of stay in the misery and the bullshit. And I'm being sort of direct with that because I think that some of you need to sort of hear that, myself included. Like I do the same things sometimes and I expect different results, and basically it's, it's just creating more bullshit. So it's like, do I get caught up in the wrongness of how others have treated me or whatever? It's like, no, you just have to sort of let it go and understand that that's more about them than it is about you, and move forward in your own thoughts, in your own power, right? And start to begin to channel that power. That lightning bolt is that power, I feel like, right? It's not completely controllable. It sort of has a magic and a strength and let's just say this too, a danger in and of its own, right? Our thoughts can be just as dangerous as they can be abundant, right? Or as dangerous as they can be beneficial to us, right? Sometimes there used to be a phrase where I'd say I'm my own worst critic, or, my mind is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. There's phrases like that. That's sort of this energy of this lightning bolt. This lightning bolt, we have to become comfortable with it. We also have to become aware of the power of it. And then we have to sort of allow it to do its thing, but also consciously sort of harness it and let it open new doors for us, new opportunities, ways that we weren't seeing, situations that we weren't aware of, you know, maybe people coming into our lives that we weren't expecting, or um, it's that kind of a vibe. I feel like this cave here is sort of like what we've been dealing with or we've known about for a long time. That's the same cave that we saw last week. It's the cave that we see in the Master of Secrets that he's like coming out of and standing in front of that table. So to me, this feels like us acknowledging that. And there's a choice here, I feel like. There's a mental choice. Do we continue to choose what we've already known that sort of maybe doesn't work for us, which is like this cave, or do we go through the new door, the unknown? Let me see. What does the Mystical Shaman card have to say? The Sun. Okay, before I even read this, I want to share a little bit about like my interpretation of the Sun with, oh wow, okay, so this is a 4 of Swords, right? And then we have the 5 and card number 53, the Sun, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love this card. And 53 is an 8, which 8s to me are about balance. 4 is half of 8, right? So I feel like these cards are numerically in balance, if that makes sense, right? The Sun to me is all about, in tarot, right? It's about like that. It's an affirmative, positive card. It bathes everything in light. It gives guidance. It gives positivity. It feeds energy to whatever situation we may be dealing with, right? And that could be both positively or negatively. But generally, the Sun is a very positive card. So now in this deck, I'm not sure we'll read this rendition, but what I love about this is I love this headdress that's all over this person and that they seem to be dancing. It's almost as if they have wings, like almost like wings of a bird. I think those are rays of sunlight there emanating right here. But to me, it looks almost like a bird. Like it looks like it's dancing. I feel like there's a joy here. There's a let loose. There's a freedom in this card. There's almost like that idea of the energy of the Sun is empowering us, hopefully, to see exactly like how our thoughts work, to stabilize our thoughts, and to sort of allow our thoughts and our emotions to sort of work together to open up new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing the world, new ways of adapting to our environment, and empowering us to like take responsibility for who we are, what we're creating, what we're experiencing, and to enjoy it. That's sort of this Sun card too. I feel like there's a definite joy in this Sun card. There's with this Sun here and then this electrical ray here. It's funny to me. These kind of feel very sort of similar. It feels like almost it's hard to explain, but it feels like power that is within us, yet we don't fully understand it. It is electrical or brighter than we understand, maybe scarier to us. Being responsible for it scares us. Channeling it or understanding how to channel it, we might need some practice with. And this is the opportunity to sort of tap into that, become aware of it, and begin to become comfortable with it so that we can allow it and utilize it to move us forward, to bring us to a place of stability and balance within this sort of maybe new aspect of light within us. I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds a little bit esoteric, but these cards are kind of taking me to this place of it's about the light that's within us and the ownership of that. And then utilizing that light to kind of shed light on our thoughts, our minds, the trappings of our minds, where we hold ourselves back, where we stop ourselves, where we are not serving ourselves anymore. All right, so the Sun is the essence. The Sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it is seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming, close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter. It can also be destructive, as in its zenith during the scorching summer. The invitation, have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? Yes, bitch, I have. It is time to come out of the cave and savor the life-giving light of our star. The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling you to shine your light and add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and play. The medicine, have you been shining your light for too long? Remember that daylight is only half of the day. The night must have her equal time, and she offers us her gifts as well. Be careful not to be blinded by your light or the light of others. Do not become enamored with yourself or worship others. Beware your shadow. Revel in your midday glory, but do not be afraid of do not be afraid of the waning of the light at dusk. So I feel like there's also this message in that card as I'm reading that about allowing yourself to have balance, which I feel like is in that 8 that we see here in the corner, between the light and the dark, or the night and the night and moon, and the brightness and the energy of the sun. But I also feel like this card here, to me, it feels like harnessing. What did I say? Was it yesterday when I said catch a tiger by its tail? Like, I'm hearing that again. Like, I feel like you guys, like, I feel like there's some new aspect of self, sense of self, some new awareness, some new way of thinking, something that light is being shed upon. And we don't quite fully understand it, but we're aware of it, and I feel like there might be a bit of an opportunity here to acknowledge it and own it, even if it doesn't feel 100% familiar or comfortable. The sun feels to me like it's the card that's going to warm you, that's going to educate you, that's going to teach you. This energy, like this lightning bolt, could be just as damaging as it is as giving, and that's a beautiful idea in this with this sun card that was in the definition there. This lightning bolt also feels the same to me. It has the ability to sort of power us or electrify us, open new doors, but it also has the ability to kind of shock us or shake us. And so, how brave are we? Do we let the sun carry us? Do we challenge ourselves and try and stabilize our thoughts and our feelings and move forward in a way that's more constructive? I think that's the choice for today. Let me get the grounding stone really quick. So the grounding stone is on malachite, which is a stone that definitely deals with the heart, the green color. It can also be represented with the throat, which would be communication. And this is inspiration. To me, it feels like what inspires us. This lightning bolt could be divine inspiration coming from our own mind to thoughts that maybe we didn't see that open up doors. The sun is shining light on us. There might be opportunities for some of you today where you see things that you didn't understand or you didn't see coming. Avenues opening up, feelings opening up, just opportunities opening up that we weren't aware. And are we, I feel like it's like, are we willing to take them? Are we willing to move forward? Are we willing to sort of harness that lightning or allow the light of the sun, even when it, is so very powerful? Are we going to allow it to light our way and inspire us and move us forward? This goes back to that energy that we were seeing last week of Mott and that justice card and that feather, the heart being as light as a feather, as pure as that feather. And then this looks like a wing to me, right? To me, it's reminding me of that. There's definitely an opportunity here in these cards, guys. And with that Ouroboros energy, sort of ending out the week and beginning the week, we need to be aware that we are constantly creating, even in the moments when we feel like we're doing nothing. And then we need to find a source within our heart of inspiration that sort of allows us to move forward, to channel the power of our thoughts, We have the energy of the sun behind us. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope that makes sense. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I look forward to tuning in then and seeing what's going on with these cards. I just feel like there's something transformative happening, and we need to acknowledge it and then just go along, not for the ride, but I feel like there is a bit of a, not a ride, but like the experience, like to move through the experience and allow it to change us. Allow it to bring us out to the other side, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope that made sense. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Please leave any comments, questions. If this was just totally weird for you, you can leave me that message too, or you can message me at the Facebook business page. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. All right, have a good day. Remember to go out and find inspiration or be that inspiration. Bye-bye.